please do what you're supposed to do. Subscribe to my channel. Anyways, families, what's up? It's your girl KJ. How y'all doing? What y'all doing? Let's catch up. As you can see from the title of this video, I have a new segment for y'all that I am calling Urban TED Talks. Welcome to KJ's Urban TED Talks. Now, I originally was gonna just clump everything together and do and put everything under my KJ's reviews, but I decided to split them out because they're a little bit different. So my reviews will be for my movies and TV shows and things like that, and my Urban TED Talks will be strictly for my social media topics that I see or that someone else sees and they send to me and want me to talk about it on my channel. Okay, so now that we have that out the way, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my Urban TED Talk for y'all this week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're not a cousin, you're not family, and why are you even here watching this video? Because why aren't you subscribed to my channel by now? We are a year into this. Like, now you just a hater. Anyways, I had my Uncle Bob, all the way from Australia. He gave me the idea for this topic, actually. Because I seen a post on Facebook that I reposted, and he commented and was like, this is something you need to talk about on your channel. So this is for you, Uncle Bob. This specific video and topic is for you. He's actually the reason why I came up with this segment, so shout out to Uncle Bob. And the post was, why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men? And I reposted it and said, I think people are doing a bad job of teaching both, if we're being honest, with the shrug emoji, as you can see. Y'all gonna have to, bear with me on this because I'm not a mother. I do not have any kids. I don't want to say that I didn't raise any kids, because I do help with my siblings. With my sibling Faith, because she's the only child, and the only child left. But I've dibbled and dabbled in my fair share of family members and upbringing. But personally, I do not have any kids myself, so all of my knowledge or all of my opinions that I will say on here are solely from my what I would call the bystander experience and things that I remember from my experience with my parents growing up, if that makes sense to y'all. But I will say this, the double standard is a problem. That's number one. Number two, it's not being taught enough to the men, because they still out here being disrespectful. They still out here, catcalling, making women feel uncomfortable on the street. It's still happening. And I think part of the reason why it's not being taught to women is because part of it, let me just, you know what, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this because I've been saying it. A lot of the reason why women aren't taught to respect men is because men don't respect themselves. And I know the same argument, the same counter argument is made by men to women, but they start with, usually when men preference their statement, they preference it with women these days, right? So that gives some indication that women previously were respecting themselves. I feel like at all points in time, men, and it I know we all get mad and we be like, well, don't generalize us all, right? But in the grand scheme of things, everybody getting generalized. It's like when your mama come out in the living room and one person left their sock on the floor and she yelling because now everybody that made the house dirty because that one person left their sock on the floor. Yes, it is the same thing. That is the same concept. That is literally how it's gonna go. So when the majority of men that most of us encounter or we see don't respect themselves, or the men that are in our lives. So if I, as a single mother, I have a son, or I have a daughter rather, and obviously I'm a single mother, so her father's not there. Maybe my father wasn't there. Like, there were no decent or appropriate male role models, male peers, mentors, or whatever the case may have you in my life or in my circle, or that I've seen or experienced, then I don't feel the need to have my daughter, to give my daughter those tools on how she should treat a man, because a man don't even know how to treat himself. So that's not her problem, right? But even as I'm saying this, it sounds crazy because it's like, in the same breath, you would tell your daughter, like, oh, treat others the way you would want to be treated. That includes men, right? So it's like, I don't know. This is a good topic, but I don't know if I'm prepared to have this conversation, because I feel like I would have to really sit down and write like a whole paper or just like a whole page of notes, because I have so many conflicting opinions that may contradict themselves. So I don't want to be on camera sounding like I'm crazy, although I probably do sound like I'm crazy to y'all right now, because it's very hard to make an argument for either side. Like, as a woman, I understand why what I just said, like why some older women or some women weren't taught how to treat a man, because they didn't see men respect themselves or know how to treat themselves. So it's just like, well, if he don't treat himself, like if he don't respect himself, why I gotta respect him? But on the other shoe, men could say the same thing, and there are a lot of women out here who don't respect themselves. But I just feel like if everybody takes accountability for themselves, we won't have this problem. And then also, as adults, part of taking accountability is understanding where your parenting experience lacked and where you have to pick up the slack. Meaning, yes, your mother may not have taught you how to treat a man, and that's why you treated your boyfriend when you were 18 years old the way you did. But you're 35, ma'am. You've got to learn. You should not be saying, oh, well, my mom didn't teach me that still at 35. No, ma'am. No, Miss Girl. Judge told her. No. It's time for you to grow. You've got to learn for yourself. Take accountability and know that you need to go seek some help about whatever it is that is holding you back from growing. Anyways, and the same thing goes for men. Like, sometimes there are single fathers out there, or they didn't have any fathers. They grew up with their grandmother. They grew up in the streets by themselves. And you could say at 16 and 18, like, oh, like, I don't have nobody. I didn't do this. Like, again, you're 35 now, okay? That change the station. That tune is old. We're tired of hearing it. Move on. Like, it's one thing to want to call yourself like you turn 18 or you turn 21, now you legally want to call yourself a man, right? Or you want to call yourself a woman, right? You grown. Okay. You still have learning to do. You still have experiences to have, like all of that. Then you get to 35, and not to say that when you get to 35, it's just all, everything is just cookies and cream, unicorns, and you have all the answers. You're still gonna grow, but you should not have the same mindset as you did when you were 18. You should not still think that it's acceptable excuse to say, well, I didn't have any parents to teach me this, or teach me how to treat women, or teach me how to treat men, da da da. Like, no. At 35, it should be, I didn't have XYZ, and this is why I did ABC when I was 19, 20, 21, but now I'm learning to be better. I am better. I want better. I see things differently. So I didn't really answer the question of why. I don't know if there is a way to answer that question because it's such a gray area. But I think accountability plays a big part of it. Also, the breaking of generational curses has to play a part in it. Can I sit here and pinpoint where it would go? Probably not. I mean, I probably could if I had all the time to do that, but I don't want to sit here with y'all for 500 hours trying to make my brain do all of that. Today is my only day off. My brain is not doing that today. But it's just like I said, accountability is a big part of it. If you have generations and generations of women, taking care of things by themselves, not having a man that they can, rely on, or just, trust and have there to mentor the younger men or younger generation in the family, like, so then it's like the same bitterness that's being passed down from generation to generation, and it should not be like that. You should not feel like that. I don't know. That's just it. Sometimes I can, like, some of these topics when it comes to men, I can't, like, I don't want to say I can't talk on, because I've seen enough and I've experienced enough through my relationships with other people, as well as some personal experiences in my life. But for those of you that know me, y'all know I've had my dad in my life my whole life. Like, he been here getting on my nerves since day one. So trying to express from a point of view where I didn't have a male figure is hard, because I've always had one. And there's no way for me to I don't know how to personally, as much as I consider myself an empath, that is one placement I just can't put myself in those shoes. But I'm never gonna belittle or negate someone else's experience. Like I said, I didn't really answer the question, but that's as far as I think I could probably get with it at this point. I would probably have to. This would have to be like a conversation that I have with someone who didn't have a male figure in their life, or the male figures they had weren't good. That'll probably be more insightful than not having one at all, I would think. As I previously stated, I think that the treat others as you would want to be treated phrase should play a big part of it as well. Which, again, ropes in the accountability. Like, if you're being accountable for your actions and the way that you treat others, then I feel like everybody's gonna be treated well, because you don't want to be treated like crap, right? Exactly. So you're not gonna treat others like crap, whether they're male, female, purple, blue, pink, whatever. So then that eliminates the problem. And yeah. That's all I got for this topic. It's a very good topic, but I feel like I'm gonna have to bring it up again with someone else, just so that you guys can get maybe a different perspective. and maybe I can get a different perspective. I'm pretty sure it'd be very insightful, a very good learning experience for me. Maybe I should, I don't know, maybe I should do it with another woman, or another woman and another man. We could do it 2 and 2. I don't know, like someone, like a man who had the same experience as me, and then a woman and a man who had opposite experiences of us. Look at me coming up with ideas, y'all. On camera, y'all see that? But yeah, thanks again to Uncle Bob for bringing up this this topic. I don't want to say that I, you know, answered the question or closed this topic, because I feel like there's more to dig into with this topic. I think I'll probably put this back in the YouTube notes to circle back to, you know, once I get some more fine-tuned things ironed out about this topic, because I think it is very interesting and I do want to hear other opinions on it. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Again, leave me feedback in the comment section about your opinions on this topic, or if you want to be in the next video about this topic, or the continuation video about this topic, let me know. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe and like, hit that notification bell so that you can know when I post videos. It's been a while. I know I haven't been consistent. There is a lot going on over here. I'm just trying to navigate through the end of this pandemic, y'all. So I am doing a lot of moving and shaking. I do have a lot of things coming for y'all. I just have to get them out. I have to get time to record and give y'all my content. So again, thank you for watching. Again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, y'all are really just, y'all crashing the cookout at this point, okay? Because this cookout is for family only. You get no plates over here without no subscription. So if you want a plate with the potato salad on it and the fried chicken and the mac and cheese, you gotta subscribe to the channel. That's it. I'll see y'all next video. Surprise, I'm back. I just want to point out, and I know at the beginning of the video I said I was naming the segment Urban TED Talks. I am changing the name to Urban Desk Talks because TED Talks are copyrighted, and I don't need that kind of smoke on my YouTube channel so early in the game. So I know I said TED Talks like mad time in the video, but I just wanted y'all to know that the segment is going to be called Urban Desk Talks, okay? So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next video.